Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 5:30, some cows escaped from their trailer after an early morning wreck in Lexington. We'll have the latest information on the traffic impact.
A lot of work wrangling those this morning. Also on WKYT, Lexington is gearing up for heavy traffic tonight from the Garth Brooks concerts. We'll tell you what to expect. That's coming up in just a little bit right here.
And out in Pennsylvania, they'll be able to enjoy Halloween night after the capture of this guy. We'll have more on these stories and breaking news as it happens on WKYT This Morning.
Hey there, good morning and welcome on your Friday and Halloween. It's good to have you with us on WKYT. Last day of October. November is coming with a vengeance. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It always seems like it's around this time of year when we start to see the weather really change.
Right, but what a just wild instant transition it sounds like. Let's check in with Micah right now. This is the first alert severe weather day. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. And we put that in place just to say, hey, heads up. We're going to get you updated because there will be some impactful weather as we head into the night and into tomorrow morning. So for the most part, we're just going to look at chilly rain all day long. It's going to be on and off and very spotty, and temperatures will be there in the 30s and 40s this morning. Going in toward the afternoon, let's go towards 6 to 8 p.m. That's a big time there for the kids going out trick-or-treating. It's mainly chilly rain at 38 degrees. But also toward the end of that, 7, 8 p.m., we can start to see a few flakes mix in. And those gusty winds, it just doesn't look good there for the kiddos heading out to the trick-or-treat festivals or whatever it may be. Now, going into the night and into tomorrow morning, that's when the snow really takes over. How much snow are we expecting now? Because we got new weather model data coming on in, and I'll show you that coming up.
Get everybody up to the minute from WKYT News.
We begin right now with the traffic alert. Newtown Pike from Citation to New Circle is shut down after a wreck involving a UPS truck and a cattle trailer.
Been trying to round up those cows. Lexington police tell us several cattle broke loose from the wreck and it has blocked the roadway. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live from the scene of the accident this morning. Whitney, what can you tell us to update us? We can see what a horse behind you now there.
Good morning. Well, right now you can see that this entire stretch of road is shut down at this point, and right now crews are actually working to get the cattle that's stuck on this trailer that was involved in the crash. They're working to get that cattle out of this trailer and onto a different one so that they can work on getting them out of here. Now, just before 2 o'clock this morning, a UPS semi rear-ended this cattle truck near Nandino Boulevard and Newtown Pike. Some of the cows did get loose, but others, as I said, are still stuck inside of the trailer at this point. One person in the UPS truck was taken to the hospital with only minor injuries. At this point, I believe crews have rounded up all of the cattle that got loose. Once they're finished transferring the rest of these cows, they'll have to still clean up the wreckage from this crash. So needless to say, this stretch of road will be shut down for a little while longer. The accident happened inbound on Newtown, but officers have both sides of Newtown shut down from Citation to New Circle. Officers estimate that it will be a few more hours before this road does become back open. For now, we're live in Lexington. Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
All right, a little bit of a Wild West scene out there this morning, and we'll keep you updated as we get additional details on Citation Boulevard. In another major traffic impact situation, the city of Lexington is gearing up for an influx of people, all coming in for Garth Brooks' big concerts this weekend. And WKYT's Mark Barber is live from downtown now with a look at how to navigate the city over the weekend. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. City leaders believe that these concerts could bring more traffic trouble than basketball games or other downtown events because there's only a 2-hour window between these shows. Now, city leaders say that means people should expect major parking and traffic issues because 80,000 people are expected to flood downtown for the 4 Garth Brooks concerts this weekend. Officials are asking people who work downtown to leave the area if possible by 5 o'clock this evening. City leaders say while that may make traffic more manageable, they are still asking people to plan ahead because there are also Halloween events in the area that could make getting to Rupp Arena more difficult. So if you are coming to a concert, where do you park? If you're going to the 6:30 shows on Friday or Saturday, the Lexington Center is encouraging you to park at High Street and Manchester Street lots near Rupp. And if you're going to the 10:30 shows, you are asked to park in an auxiliary lot at Old Frankfort and New Circle Road. From there, a shuttle will bring you here to Rupp Arena. Live in downtown Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. We'll see how it all goes. A Lincoln County mother died when police say a tractor trailer hit her truck. It happened on Highway 150 near Crab Orchard yesterday morning. At the time, investigators say 34-year-old Jessica Marberly was on her way to her children's school to join them on a field trip. Friends say Marberly was well known in the community and had a good personality.
Well, Northern Kentucky University has fired its dance team coach for allegedly misusing funds. This is according to the Kentucky Inquirer. Jennifer Hilvert was also the assistant director on NKU's recreation department. The university says she misused a school procurement card and bought nearly $7,000 worth of plane tickets for her own personal use. She was fired back in June.
Well, have you seen this man? A question this morning. If you have, the investigators want to hear from you. They say this unidentified man could be involved in a child exploitation case. The FBI's Louisville office, as well as Louisville Police, the Attorney General's office, and state police are working together on the case. Anyone with information has been urged to call the FBI's Louisville division. Their number is there at the bottom of your screen right now. Well, a 7-week manhunt for Eric Freen, suspected of killing a Pennsylvania state trooper, has ended. Freen had been on the run since he allegedly opened fire outside a police barracks last month. Marley Hall has the latest from Pennsylvania.
One of the most wanted fugitives in America is now in police custody. Eric Freen was captured Thursday after being on the run for 48 days.
Let me assure you, from everybody here, justice will be served.
The takedown of Freen ended weeks of tension and anxiety in the area.
He can no longer hide behind his rifle. He can no longer hide in the woods, and he is no longer on the run. And now he will have to answer for his violent actions.
Several thousand members of law enforcement from at least 5 different states had been searching for Freen since September 12th, when he allegedly opened fire outside the Blooming Grove police barracks, killing Trooper Brian Dixon and seriously wounding Trooper Alex Douglas. He evaded capture by hiding in the woods, where officials say they found pipe bombs, ammunition, and even handwritten notes describing the ambush. U.S. Marshals finally captured him near an abandoned airplane hangar.
Corporal Dixon's handcuffs were placed on him, and he was put in Corporal Dixon's car.
Freen reportedly kneeled down, calmly put his hands up, and was arrested without incident. He will have a preliminary arraignment hearing later this morning. Freen faces first-degree murder charges and 2 counts of possession of weapons of mass destruction. Prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty in the case. Marley Hall, CBS News, Milford, Pennsylvania.
And police managed to link Freen to the ambush after a man walking his dog discovered his partly submerged SUV in a swamp a few miles away from the shooting scene. Officials say that with the end of the manhunt, people in northeast Pennsylvania can finally celebrate Halloween as they planned today. Back in the Commonwealth, former Kentucky lawmaker Steve Nunn went to court asking to withdraw his guilty plea for murder. Nunn is serving a life sentence for the 2009 murder of his former fiancée Amanda Ross in Lexington. But in court yesterday, Nunn said he only agreed to a guilty plea to help his daughters and Ross's family. He said he also hoped that it would lead to a civil lawsuit that the Ross family had filed against him being dropped.
The only thing I was trying to do is save the home that my daughter lived in Bowling Green.
The Ross family attorney testified there was never any deal to drop the civil lawsuit, but Nunn said his attorney at the time told him that there was a deal. Nunn claims that attorney failed him, so he should be able to withdraw his plea. The judge has not made a ruling yet.
Well, Senator Mitch McConnell scores his best lead yet in the race with Democrat Allison Lundergan Grimes.
The new WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass poll found 48% plan to cast their ballots for McConnell. It's 43% for Grimes. Libertarian David Patterson remains a distant third. When it comes to whether Grimes should reveal if she voted for Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, 41% said they don't care. 39% said she should answer the question.
More people, 53%, think McConnell should answer whether he thinks that climate change is the result of human activity, like in the burning of coal. If Kentuckians give McConnell a 6th term, he would be positioned to be majority leader of the Senate if Republicans seize control Tuesday. He says that would give him even more clout and power in Washington as President Barack Obama's final term comes to an end. For more on the poll conducted for WKYT, And for the Herald Leader and our 2 partners in Louisville, go to WKYT.com.
State troopers will be unveiling a sign honoring a fallen officer later today. Officer David Childs, part of the State Police Water Patrol, was searching for missing teenagers in the Kentucky River when he and a state trooper drowned back in 1972. Today, part of Kentucky 1784 will be named the Officer David T. Childs Memorial Highway. Childs' name was also added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial earlier this year.
Since tonight is Halloween, we have some important safety reminders to pass along on how to keep your kids safe tonight. Leaders at the University of Kentucky, specifically Safe Kids Fayette County, say twice as many children are killed while walking out on Halloween than any other day of the year. They say that you should make sure your little trick-or-treaters can be seen by drivers. A good idea is reflective tape on their costumes. You can also opt for face paint instead of masks so that they can see better. Drivers should also take extra precautions.
Reminders about staying on sidewalks and out at the road, and drivers, to know that all these kids are out there and they need to slow down and they need to make sure they're not distracted.
While many communities in central Kentucky are holding trick-or-treating tonight, others will be holding their trick-or-treating tomorrow. You can view a full list of these towns and their times on our website, WKYT.com.